Converted Man here. Many theists say that there's a free choice involved regarding Yahweh. Well, if you accept the offer, you get this wonderful reward, but God won't force you into that. So if you don't want to be with God, you don't have to be. It's a choice that you can make. But is it? Here's a guy that set up the trap that you now find yourself in. There's two paths. One leads you to the guy, and the other leads you to deadly fire. Which path do you choose? Now, the guy that set up the trap, maybe he's got some food and drink, and he's going to let you chill out and relax, but you'll have to be with him for the remainder of your existence. That might be a very long time. Whereas if you go to the deadly fire, well, obviously you're going to die. And you're probably going to suffer as you do so. Is this really a free choice? Clearly, it is not a free choice. It's a choice, but it's not a free choice. This is, of course, the Argumentum ad Baculum. The appeal to force, appeal to threat, appeal to the stick or cudgel. The argument ad baculum is a non-choice. It appeals to force to try to get you to do the thing that the person wants you to do, or to not do the thing that the person does not want you to do. This can be done by an individual or by a group, or in this case, this imaginary deity that has set out the system where you choose him or you choose death, well, and torment. Or you don't really die. You stay alive, but you're tormented forever. Of course, now you could say, well, it's not really an ad baculum because, maybe there is no hell there. It's just this... it's just a pit of non-existence, and that's it, and you just don't exist when you go that way. And so the choice really is between the good thing or nothing at all, and you're making that choice. But, well, why would you choose the nothing at all? That's not really a choice either. That's still, you have to decide, death or not death. That is not really a choice. It is certainly not a free choice. And the person that set up the choice, which is not a choice, is not doing logic. They are being illogical by presenting you with this false dichotomy. Now, that's really important because we humans are illogical. But a deity, a god, is not meant to be illogical. How could you trust an illogical God? You couldn't. You wouldn't be able to trust them. So, if Yahweh is offering this ad baculum, this appeal to force, then it is not a logical God, and you can't really trust it. If you can't trust it, then why would you trust that it's going to give you the reward for doing what it wants? There's no reason to do that. There's no trust involved. So, when theists present this idea of a choice that you can make, it's not really a choice. Now, of course, we can also go the route of saying that the problem is we don't even have evidence that there is a guy that set up this choice in the first place, nor do we have evidence that there's a choice that leads to doom. There's absolutely no knowing which path leads where at all because we don't have the evidence. And they say, well, but if there's a chance that this path will lead to something good, then you should pick it because you don't want the bad. But that's not a compelling logical reason to choose one path or over the other. It is a purely emotional appeal that still relies on the ad Baculum, the appeal to force. So no matter how the theist frames this, it is nothing more than a logical fallacy. There isn't a free choice being given. Thus, the deity or God that they're talking about is an illogical being, and there's no reason to believe that that an illogical being would follow its word or honor its word to you, let alone the fact that there's no reason to believe in that being in the first place. And appealing to illogical ideas will not compel me to do so. And it shouldn't compel you either. Until next time, stay skeptical, everyone. And after next time, still be skeptical. Be skeptical in general, is what I'm trying to say there. But not of this, because I showed how this worked. So you don't have to be skeptical of this, because now you know. And knowing is half the lobster. Wait, that's not how that goes.